Hello, Dream Team. Welcome back to our podcast.
What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another exciting installment of Here's a Thought with the Max podcast. My name is Lerato Macheta.
And I'm Petola Macheta.
So excited to be back.
Why does it feel like we haven't been here in a while?
Because we haven't.
Oh, my word.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for your continuous love and support. Thank you.
Guys, we appreciate you.
We cannot thank you enough.
Yeah, for sure.
We feel the love.
Appreciate you so much. Guys, thank you so much for commenting and journeying with us as we went to Mabula. I think the comments were just so encouraging.
Yeah.
So thank you, guys, once again. Please remember, if you haven't done so yet, please remember to like, subscribe, comment, share, turn on your notification bell to know every single time we upload a new installment.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, babe, today's conversation.
Yeah.
So today's conversation, Dream Team, was sparked by... So I'm not really active on Twitter, ne? But I'm one of those people that are just spectators because Twitter can be really dark.
It can. I tweet like once a year.
Yeah. The other day you were tweeting about Miss South Africa.
Yes, I was.
I was like, hey, wait now, what are you doing?
I was home alone, guys. I was home alone and I logged onto Twitter and I was like, let's see what's trending. It was like, and I was like, it's Miss SA. Cool, let me tune in. And okay, sorry. I'm scrolling a bit. And then, so it wasn't available to stream anywhere.
Okay.
So then I ended up logging into like some Korean channel and it was like a live reaction of these Koreans who were, and the signal
They were
was...
watching Miss South Africa?
They were watching Miss South Africa.
Oh, wow.
And they were
We're
commenting
global, guys.
in Mandarin.
That's
and I was like,
amazing.
this is interesting. But anyway, it was fun. It was good fun.
But anyway,
Yeah.
before I lose my train of thought.
Sure. Sorry about that.
So there is this couple. This couple that I love. You know, baby, our love story is my favorite, but I think this couple's love story is my second favorite. I just find them so endearing, so cute, so just so in love, you know? And the gentleman was trending on Twitter because apparently people feel like he loves his wife too loud. And that is the title of our conversation today. People were just feeling like, no, man, it's going to end in tears. You are too much. You're too affectionate. You are showing her off too much. She's going to lose interest in you. And I was really, really saddened by the reaction. And a lot of people that were disgruntled were men.
That's interesting. I didn't follow the trend, by the way.
Yeah,
So
and I was just really disturbed, babe. And it also reminds me of a comment that we once had on our channel. Someone came onto the platform and left a comment and said, "Oh my gosh, I can't stand the baby this, the baby that. Oh, and that laugh, I can't stand it." And I was like, "Oh my word, how are you gonna come to my house and tell me
how to live my life?
Right?
So I quickly want to go back to you saying that a lot of men were commenting.
Yeah.
I find that very interesting. So we haven't had this discussion before, by the way. I find that very interesting. I wonder if it's not a temperature test of where we are as men in the country. So this happens to be a black couple. So let me say then, I wonder where we are as black men, you know, and what narrative are we being fed about how we should love our wives? You know, I think it's a little bit ridiculous. I mean, we've spoken before about how in certain public spaces people would say no gijisizwe, you know, which basically means I've been bewitched. You know, my wife.
I wanted to hear how you're going to translate.
Yeah, no, my wife has basically bewitched me, and I'm spellbound and whatever. And I mean, I suppose in some way I really am spellbound by her, and I'm not ashamed of it. You know, I really think that it's really something that needs to be celebrated. On the other side of that, I've admitted to you how it makes me a little bit nervous sometimes.
To love out loud.
Yeah, because I feel like I love you out loud, but I sometimes get nervous about now feeling like I'm an authority in the institution of marriage. You know what I mean? And that sometimes makes me, and maybe I should interrogate as to why.
So I want to say two things about that, baby. First thing, ne? I love, because you're watching Miss South Africa.
Yeah.
And your favorite Zimi Mbunzi.
Yeah.
The way I said Mbunzi.
Mbunzi?
No, it's not
Zimi Mbunzi?
No, guys, please
Zimi Mbunzi. Mbunzi, babe. You said it. Just say it with your chest next time.
Baby.
Mbunzi.
After I said it, I was like, this sounds wrong. Baby, ke Zimi man. Mbunzi. So sorry, Zimi. We love you.
If that's her son, I didn't write this. So
Zimi said when she was doing her Q&A, her answer was, as society, we really need to release ourselves from the authority we tend to exercise over other people's lives.
I thought that was powerful.
I thought that was really, really, really powerful. But baby, another thing, right? Just moving away from batho batla reng, what will people say, and just the authority that people tend to exercise over other people's lives.
Yeah.
I'm reminded of the cross, guys, right? And the greatest love story is not Matiti Linguishing. Do you know them?
Yes.
or Kobrizi and Polinsky.
They do have a great love story, though.
But that, for me, the greatest love story is love on the cross. Jesus died for his bride. Jesus died for the church. Jesus died for us. If that is not the ultimate love out loud story, to love freely, to love boldly, then I don't know what it is.
I think, sorry. Are you
no,
cool?
and I was
Go
about to say, baby, I feel like as children of God, as Christians, I feel like God's idea is for him to obviously, show his divine nature through us. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. And I think the great possibility, I just want to put something on the table, is that people probably just, as people often do, project their insecurities. It's like if I can't have this in my life, then no one can. And I'm going to project my insecurities and I'm just going to be like, it still is surprising to me, but I suppose it's just the society that we live in, that we can't just celebrate people for being great. We can't just be happy for them. I think we once spoke about it in one of our installments about this whole thing of it will end in tears.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, no, it doesn't have to end like that.
Yeah.
And when people are doing well, we don't celebrate them in the media. As soon as they fall apart, they make headline news.
And babe, if it ends in tears, you would have learned some great lessons. You would have loved passionately.
Well, this
right? And you would have learned something along the way. I think what saddens me about this whole thing, my love, is that we've spoken about this before, where I believe that marriage is a ministry, right? Marriage is supposed to minister to other people, to point people to the cross. It's not just about self gratification, right? And I feel like by people loving each other out loud, can I just make a disclaimer though? If it's not your personality, if you love quietly, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
If that is not your personality, don't force yourself to be something that you're not, because it's just not, it's not gonna click. It's not going to gel. So what I wanted to say is that, there are people that grow up in households where love is not displayed. Yeah. So they could look at that person and see how they should love the next person. Yeah. And Rona, as people on Twitter or on these spaces saying, no, you can't love your wife like that. We could be standing.
You're doing too much.
Yeah. You could be standing in the way of someone's healing.
By them witnessing.
What it means to love your wife the way God intended you to love them.
Yeah. I think we do well to love each other out loud.
No, we do.
We
do.
Yeah.
And that's why that girl was like, ooh, Yazin. And I'm saying it's a girl.
Yeah.
I think it was a girl because I saw the profile picture.
Yeah.
And they're just like, ooh, a barf, vomit. I'm going to throw up.
I know. I don't know, man. I just think that generally people are just in other people's business, that they've got no, what's the word? No purpose. You've got no what in being in other people's business. Sorry, guys, I'm a little tired.
Authority.
So, yeah, you know what I mean. Like, why do you feel like it's okay for you to speak on people's personal relationships and how they choose to love their partners? I think it's very different if they're in an abusive relationship. Then I think that But why would you discourage someone from celebrating their wife, from celebrating their husband, from celebrating their family, and I think we as a society have a long way to go, and we really need to take a good look at ourselves and say, why are we these people? Why are we these people? And I think by and large, like I said earlier on, I think by and large it's really got a lot to do with how we see ourselves.
Sure.
And if you've got a warped sense of self, then it's very difficult for you to look at a beautiful thing and say, wow, that's beautiful, because there's something on the inside of you that wants the same for yourself. But because you feel like you are undeserving of that thing, you'd rather vilify it than celebrate it.
I love the point that you're making. Do you also think that society, in the way that we've been socialized, has played a huge role in how men see themselves in terms of exercising positive masculinity?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, like some of the examples we've made before, about going into a public space, and really, if you guys go to a bra and you dish out for your wife, oh my gosh, are you not a man?
I remember, babe, when we started dating, guys, true story, when we started dating, you were so cute, So I was living by myself, and I didn't have...
cute anymore?
No, you're very cute. And I didn't have a washing machine. I don't think you remember the story, because I tried to remind... Do you remember that you took my washing to your... Guys, we were dating. Yeah. He took my washing to his parents' house to go wash it there. What did your mom say?
I wonder. I don't think she said. My parents don't involve themselves. They're just like, look at this one.
Like, this one.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Definitely. I was a goner. No,
but I really thought, I think for me, and one thing that people don't understand, guys, the benefits of being loved out loud, loved boldly, it just gives you a sense of security. You feel desired, you feel loved and wanted and cherished and honored.
And in a big way, it affirms your love.
Exactly.
It affirms your love. It affirms your partner's love for you. And there's so much security in that. In being in a public space and being like, everybody, this is my wife. I enjoy it so much when my wife walks into a space that I've been working in. And when she meets people, the first thing they say, we've heard so much about you. I'm going, you know what I mean? Because,
that's really sweet.
I've been accused on set of being, there's the guy that always says, my wife, and I'm like,
Do you think it annoys certain people?
Yeah, absolutely.
Possibly.
Absolutely.
Where it's just like, chief, you're not the first person to get married.
Yeah. And if I get the sense that I'm annoying you, I'm about to annoy you a whole lot more. I don't know. I'm just like, because I feel like as people, we need to give other people permission. Like literally give them permission to be great. And normalize things that are culturally taboo. And rather move other people to a place where they're really interrogating for themselves, like, why do I have an issue with this?
It also reminds me of, I showed you a story this morning, babe, of a child that was adopted, and it went viral because people thought that the man picture was her
lover.
And I think this was as a result of the dad was congratulating her and he kissed her on the lips. I used to kiss my dad on the lips.
Yeah.
And there was nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
I mean, now, baby, if you are kissing Hagwe and Ruo on the lips, does it mean that there has to be a cutoff date that when they get to the age of 10 or 11 or 12, now you can't do it anymore because people are going to think juang.
Well, this is the thing, and we can't delegitimize, I suppose, people's personal experiences.
Yeah.
And their lived experiences, in the sense that if you do have a sensitivity about a certain thing because maybe you were abused, as a child, then I can sympathize with that, and I can say, okay, cool, I can see, why you would see it like that. But the reality is, I think the argument that I'm making is that a lot of people project their insecurities onto other people because of their pain.
And I think also, babe, if we really just took time to interrogate people's actions, right, just before making assumptions, and
100%.
and also in terms of the institution of marriage, is if maybe you are not married, maybe try to understand, the institution of marriage, that it is a ministry. And why do people get married? I think I was also reading another message, and this lady was saying, just keep your relationship is it under the radar? And I felt like, no, but how can you tell someone to keep God's blessings a secret? Surely that's not what marriage is about. And I think as society we need to unlearn and relearn some of these things and just really understand where people are coming from.
100%. But the likelihood is that the person that made that comment loved their partner out loud and they got burned.
So, babe, I always say, I remember, I think we've said in one of the installments, someone, when I got married, someone said, but what if you get divorced, right? And I said to them, well, if it happens, that would be unfortunate, but I would have lived, hopefully, would have had the best years of my life. I would have enjoyed this person. I would have loved this person. I would have learned from this person. Yes, it will hurt. I mean, it wouldn't be easy, but I feel like we are robbing ourselves of a life fully lived because of fear and what people project on us.
That resonates a lot with me.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. There's a beautiful quote that I read that says, what if I fall? Oh, but my darling, what if you fly? And as people, we have a propensity to live defensively as opposed to offensively, right? And it cheats you of so much because so in my world, if I go to an audition, what if I don't get the role? But what if I do? What if you go to a job interview and you're going for a job interview and you're nervous and what if I don't get it? Okay, well, what if you don't get it? Then nothing changes in your life. But what if you do get it? And I'd like for, and by the way, I'm guilty of it as well at times, because I'm human. But I think we really, again, excuse me. But I think really, again, we need to give ourselves permission to be great, give yourself permission to live a full life, to love out loud, to live out loud, to celebrate out loud, to cry out loud, to feel out loud, to be out loud completely, like live a full life, man. No,
I agree, baby. And there's nothing worse than, obviously we're not going to live forever. You losing the love of your life and having regrets that you didn't love them the best way you could.
Yeah.
Because of society.
Yeah.
Or because, I mean, that would kill you, kill your soul, rather.
For sure.
You know?
For sure. And it's that weird thing, baby. And your parents always used to say, friends, you must be careful of friends and whatever. If there's one thing that I've come to, I want to use the phrase make peace with, is that we are two people that have this relationship in our best interests.
Yeah.
There's nobody out there that wants to see this succeed more than we do. So spending your energy trying to justify to people why you choose to love your partner in a specific way is foolery.
Yeah.
Because it's like, no, you're trying to explain something that is in your soul, it's don't waste your time, man. Like
don't play yourself.
Yeah, man, just love your partner, man. Love your partner out loud. And because here's the gag, right? When you don't love your partner out loud, they're gonna talk.
Yeah.
When you do love your partner out loud, they're gonna talk.
Yeah. And what I've experienced, my love, about people that love out loud, they extend that to other people. It doesn't just end at home. And,
for sure.
And they touch people's lives in such a big way. They are a light.
Yeah.
Wherever they go, they're ministering to people. It could be the cashier at your local supermarket. It could be the car guard. It could be the homeless guy in the streets.
Yeah.
I bet you those people that express themselves loudly are able to touch other people outside their homes.
Yeah.
Which is such a gift. I mean, it's the gift that keeps on giving.
And I also, sorry, it's just a thought that just came to mind. We also mustn't out loud doesn't mean loud.
Yes.
Out loud means a full expression based on who you are.
Yes.
So
Love it.
it doesn't then mean that you need to shout from the mountaintop and be like, this is my person. I want the world to know. No.
Yes.
For you, it really could be in the little things, but you do so quietly, but it's out loud.
Yeah.
And somebody out there is watching and going, man, a love like that? But you're intentional about being out loud about loving your partner.
That, baby. And just to add to what you're saying, it's about loving boldly.
Yeah.
However that looks to you.
Yeah.
Right? It's about loving freely.
Yeah.
Without reservation.
Yeah.
However that looks like to you.
Yeah, I also want to touch on something probably as my last point, but we often speak about love languages and the importance of learning your partner's love language, right? One of the things that could trip you up in loving your partner out loud is that maybe their love language is something that is not very comfortable for you. But there's such a freedom as well, that like there are levels to this thing, right? In saying, I might not get it, but this is what moves my partner. And you put your back into it. Like you do it as though it were your idea, because you know the joy that it brings to your partner. I think that's also worth mentioning,
No, I agree. And my love, we always speak, this is also probably my last point. We speak about serving each other, and I believe that that marriage is about servitude. And when you do that, it's so easy for your wife to submit and for your husband to love you as Christ loved the church. It just becomes such a mutually beneficial relationship. It's not a tug of war.
For sure.
There's no competition. There's no strife. There's no you just hit that sweet spot.
Yeah.
And that's what we're talking about. Yeah.
Love your partner out loud.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it, guys. As Lerato said, they will talk regardless.
They're going to talk.
Yeah.
They're going to talk.
Whether you do it or whether
they're
you don't.
going to tweet about you.
Yeah.
Like they tweet about us.
No, they don't tweet about us.
Wow.
Oh, do they?
No, me, I check.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. People have got things to say.
Nice things.
Most of the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
So I'll be honest, baby. You know, as our channel grows.
Yeah. People have a lot more to say.
And I find it a bit more intimidating going into our comment section because some comments aren't always kind.
For sure.
And I handle I'm the community manager.
Yeah.
So I handle the comments.
Yeah.
And so if you see a lot of hearts and flowers and stars, know that I'm the one that's commenting.
Yeah.
Right?
Because I'll give you one-word answers. Amen. Thank you.
And a fist bump.
Love. Yeah. I'd be a horrible community manager.
So I think sometimes, I mean, I want to engage and I want to get into it, but sometimes the comments, there'll be one or two that will just touch you on your studio. And
and I always remind my wife, guys, that, of the 100 comments that are showering love, affirmation, blessing. Oh man, as people, there's that one that you just lose sleep over, and I think I try to always give you perspective and just say, nah, man,
you do.
Or what I'll do is I'll delete before my wife sees it
and block.
Yeah. No, I just
Yeah, but I think that the greatest lesson, babe,
peace.
is just being reminded why we're doing what we're doing.
Yeah, 100%.
It's really not for anything else, but just really to be
great.
No.
To be vessels.
I lost my train of thought. I was about to say to be a vessel.
Yeah.
To be used. Just for God to speak through us.
For sure.
And for us to be the light
Vessels.
and the salt of the earth.
For sure.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you.
Out loud.
Out loud.
Yeah.
Yes. And that, ladies and gents, was another riveting installment of Life is But No. No.
Let's try that again. I'm not going to edit it out.
No, baby, you have to edit it.
No, I'm not going to edit it out.
Baby,
it's too good.
To edit it.
Go ahead. No, try again. It's okay.
And that, ladies and gents, was another riveting installment of Here's a Thought with the Max.
We love you. We appreciate you. If you have not done so yet, please remember to like, subscribe, comment, share, turn on that notification bell to know every single time we upload a new installment. My eyes are droopy.
You are tired. Yeah. And Dream Team, we love you out loud.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Guys, listen, we're almost on 50K subscribers. I know we haven't spoken about road to 50K and whatever. Yeah. We're just basking in the love, that you guys are showing to us. And I think we're kind of being intentional about the content that we bring you. And it's not just about numbers, you know what I mean? We're just like, we are just lucky and blessed to be reaching the people that we're reaching, and we're really honored by that. So
I love this. Now that he's reached 50,000, he's just like, hey, it's not about the numbers.
Yeah.
50K subbies later. It's just like, yeah, guys. Humble.
Road to 100K, guys. Road to 100. Because I like competition.
Yeah, man.
I love you,
babe.
One time,
too real. Oh, yeah.
You know what it is. Peace and blessings, people.
Love
we
you.
Out.
Bye.